What if I told you there's a book out there that claims to be a user's manual? Not for a new gadget, but for reality itself? Today, we are diving deep into a really provocative text. It's called The Magnum Opus of Melanin, and its entire purpose, right from page one, is to completely upend our standard picture of the world and our place in it. So buckle up, because this one goes to some pretty incredible places. Right out of the gate, the book hits you with this. Just think about that for a second. It's not saying you're like a computer, it's saying you are a piece of divine technology, a quantum biocomputer, and that we've all somehow collectively misplaced the instruction manual. This sets the stage for everything that follows. The book isn't presenting this as some kind of flowery metaphor, it's framing it as a very real technical problem that needs a solution. All right, so if we're working with broken tech, what's the actual issue? The book argues that the root of the problem is what it calls a fractured paradigm. Basically, our entire way of understanding the world is split right down the middle, leaving us with two incomplete halves of a single truth. And here's what that split looks like. On one hand, you've got science without soul. Modern materialist science. It's brilliant, right? It can measure galaxies and map the human genome. But the book points out it hits a total brick wall when it comes to the biggest mystery of all, consciousness. It can't explain the observer. Then on the other side, you have spirituality without rigor, where, according to the text, ancient and incredibly precise systems of knowledge have been diluted into vague, feel-good beliefs. The book's central argument is that this isn't a choice we have to make. The goal is to weld these two halves back together. So what could possibly be the bridge between the hard physics of the material world and the inner world of consciousness? The book proposes that there is one single substance, a biological Rosetta Stone, that unlocks it all, and it calls this the Melanin Master Key. Now, this is absolutely crucial. To understand the book's thesis, you have to throw out the simple high school biology definition of melanin. The text completely redefines it. It's not just what gives color to your skin and hair. According to this work, it is a master molecule. It's described as a biological superconductor that can transmit energy with zero resistance. It's a quantum computer capable of processing insane amounts of information, and it's a holographic projector, the actual interface that translates the non-physical information of consciousness into the physical reality we experience. This one idea is the engine for the entire book. Okay, so if we accept the book's premise that melanin is this dormant super technology inside of us, the next logical question is, how do we switch it on? Well, the next section dives into what it calls the science of activation, and this is where it attempts to connect the dots between the patterns of the universe and the hardware of our own bodies. The book points to patterns like this, the flower of life, found in ancient sites all over the world. It argues these aren't just pretty decorations, they are literal blueprints of creation. The universe, in this view, isn't just a bunch of stuff that happened randomly. It's a symphony of geometry, frequency, and information, a kind of cosmic song. And the whole point is that our biology, specifically our melanin, is designed to be the receiver that can tune into and understand this song. And then we get to the engine of that cosmic song, the toroidal field. Think of it like a perfect, self-sustaining donut of energy. The book claims this exact flow pattern is everywhere, from the shape of a galaxy, to an apple, to the magnetic field generated by the human heart. When that energy field is flowing coherently, this system is healthy and thriving. When it gets distorted or blocked, this system breaks down. It's presented as a universal law of energy. Now, this is where it takes a really wild turn. The book puts forward the idea that our double helix DNA is actually a downgraded version of our original genetic potential. It claims we have a dormant blueprint for a 12-strand DNA system. And what's the key to activating it? You guessed it. Melanin. The theory presented is that when melanin is fully charged, it creates a powerful superconducting field around the DNA, which then allows these dormant strands to switch on, effectively rebooting our entire biological operating system. So let's follow that logic. If you could actually perform a full system upgrade on your own biology, what would be the result? What would you be capable of? This next section moves from the theoretical how to the very tangible what, detailing the incredible abilities the book claims are the natural result of a fully activated human being. So really, what are we talking about here? What happens when this divine technology, as the book calls it, is running at 100% capacity? Well, the answers it provides go way beyond what we normally consider possible. Okay, look at this list. We're talking biological immortality, time travel, teleportation, telekinesis, things that sound like they're straight out of a superhero movie. But here is the book's most critical point. It insists these are not supernatural miracles. They are presented as the perfectly natural, predictable outcomes of operating your own biology according to a much higher and more complete understanding of physics. It's not magic, it's just advanced engineering. All right, so after laying out this absolutely mind-bending theory of physics and biology, the book completely shifts gears in its final section. It stops being a theoretical textbook and becomes a very direct, practical guide. This is what it calls the path to mastery. And it goes right back to that original idea of being a user's manual. It doesn't just give you vague suggestions. It lays out specific daily protocols that it calls non-negotiables. And the text is really clear on this. These aren't just lifestyle tips or wellness advice. They are presented as precise technical procedures for calibrating and activating your own biological quantum computer. It all starts with what the book calls the foundational trinity of activation. Step 1 is sun gazing, which is described as a method for directly charging the melanin system with solar energy, but only during very specific, safe times of day. Step 2 is grounding, literally connecting your bare skin to the earth, which it claims is essential for balancing your body's electrical charge. And step 3 is heart coherence, using specific breathing techniques to generate a powerful and orderly electromagnetic field from your heart, which in turn brings your entire system into harmony. These 3 are presented as the absolute must-do first steps. So in the end, after all the science, all the history, and all the protocols, the book leaves you with this fundamental choice. It's a powerful and provocative question. Is reality something that just happens to you, making you a passive victim of circumstances? Or is it something you can actively participate in and create? According to this book, the user's manual has been found. The only question left is whether you'll choose to read it.